field. How is everybody doing? I hope you're all doing good. Oh boy, it's a little bit smoky where I am today, so we're gonna try not to cough in everybody's faces. We're gonna try to do some tarot today and just see what everybody's up for. And while we're in the early stages here, I need to make sure that I can see anybody over on YouTube. Yay, okay, it works. Welcome in, Dextrose. Welcome in, dear. Good to see you. Okay, so we're going to be doing tarot again today. We're actually going to be using the Dragon Oracle again because I had fun using that last week, and I don't know, we'll just see how it goes. We'll see how it goes from there, see what people are up for, what they're into. I hope everyone is having a fantastic Tuesday. I am. I just got done with a doctor's appointment that went really well. And I got some other work done before stream time. So, that's what I've got going on today. So on that note, I'm actually going to do what I did last time. And that is, I'm going to draw a card for myself first. I'm gonna take a few deep breaths in. Let go of all that other stuff that's not needed right now. Okay, so we're gonna see which dragon I get today. Oh, that's an interesting one. I don't think I've drawn this dragon in a while. I don't know how that happened. Yes, apparently. Apparently I was on mute. I don't know how that happened. Oh well. Okay. Random. So, the dragon I drew for myself today is the Dusty Pink Dragon. Okay, and so what this dragon I'm going to interpret is all about following the whims of your heart. All about what makes your heart go thump, 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 thump. So I'm also going to take this as remembering my passions, remembering my gifts, remembering what lights me up and what doesn't, and being sure to put more energy toward the things that make my heart come alive, less those things that kind of steal from that. I also like how this dragon matches my VTuber color. I think that's pretty cool too. Let's see what else she's got going on here. Yeah, I would say this is also a reminder. This is also a reminder to pay more attention to the love I have around me and the love I have available to me. And also, I'm gonna read this as being very not closed off per se, but being very judicious with where I give my heart and my energy out to. I'm gonna say that's in that card as well. Renfield, I'm so sorry about the ads. I literally have it on the lowest possible setting I can have it on Twitch. I'm so sorry. I literally have like the least amount that they will let me, which is like 30 seconds of ads per hour or something like that. I wish I could make it 0. Runia, welcome in, dear. You're early today. So we just got done reading a card for me, which is how I always like to start these. Making sure that I give myself some time. And some energy before starting to read for other people. Honestly, I saw that you were on via YouTube, so I then came rushing here. See, I think that's all the more good reason why all you little monsters should also follow me on YouTube. Because apparently Twitch is not very reliable sometimes with notifications. So now that I've gotten my reading out of the way, who would like a reading to start with today? Me? Okay, Renfield, you're up first. Okay, same thing as before. Do you have anything specific you might want guidance on? Or are you looking for just basic, like general sort of guidance? Okay, nice. I do enjoy those also. See here. Okay. I'm wondering if that card is for you. Could be this one too. No, there are 3 of you. This is getting out of hand. Okay, I think we're gonna go Yes, of course you can, Robert. I'll do you right after Renfield. Okay, let's see here. Which one of you really, really, really wants to speak today? Maybe you. Is it? Okay. Okay, this is a interesting card for you. Okay, so I think we're gonna go Renfield, Robert, Dex, and then Runia or General. If someone in chat could help keep track of that for me, that would be great. Okay. So Renfield, the dragon that I drew for you today is the dark blue cosmic dragon. And this dragon for me is all about your intuition and trying to listen to it more, your inner nudges. And that's totally fine, General. If you just want to hang out, I'm here for it. So Renfield, for me, this card is practically screaming for you to try to listen more to your inner nudges and to your gut feelings, as it were. I don't know how much experience you have with feeling your own intuition or your sense of knowingness, but this card is basically a call to you to cultivate more of that if you have not already. And specifically, this dragon is holding on to some sort of bag or some sort of net. And it's got its chest kind of puffed out a little bit, like it's breathing in some intuition, or it's listening or holding its breath for something. So I also sense that there's going to be some movement for you soon, that there might be something that changes or something that you're looking to gain or cultivate more of. This card seems to signal to listen to those nudges about that thing that you're looking to cultivate or get more of, or literally catch more of. It says you will be able to do that if you just listen to what feels right and just keep following that as much as you can where it makes sense to. Because basically what I see from this card is that the dragon has absolutely no doubt about who they are, where they are, and their ability to do what they need to do. You could effectively say that this cosmic dragon is fishing for stars, basically fishing for dreams, is how I would read this one. So whatever dreams you have that you're working on, they are fully possible. They have possibility here in the universe, in your creative space. But what you have to do is be willing to become more of an active instrument or an active vessel, as it were, for those nudges. And I think if you do that, you'll start to see more feedback, and that feedback will give you further information about where to go, how to proceed next. I have been well, Reaper. How are you? How are you doing, dear? We're just doing the Dragon Oracle again today. It's not really tarot, but I don't really have the option to, choose between. Alright. Robert, you're up next. Same as with all the other ones, dear. Do you have something specific in mind? Or you want something general? You don't have to tell me what it is. Just let me know if it's general or specific before I draw. Yeah, I can understand the internet being a bit weird. Yeah, that's totally fine. Okay. All right, let's see here. This one might be for you. Okay, I think I definitely found the dragon for you. We're gonna see what they have to say. Ooh, okay. This seems like a very good card for you. You got the black dragon. And this dragon is not necessarily bad. This dragon comes to you today as a sign that you are being protected, or that you may need to ask for more protection. This is specifically for people who are sensitive to energies. Welcome, Nicholas. Welcome, dear. This is particularly for people who are sensitive to what's going on around them in sort of a negative way. Like, if you find yourself getting really emotionally disturbed by things, or like wrapped up into emotions and things that aren't your own. Welcome in, Grimlock. This dragon is here to remind you to call on some extra emotional protection today and in the coming days, so that you are only experiencing your authentic emotions, not having other people's high intensity or negative emotions rubbing off on you. And that can be a very difficult thing for people who are compassionate. That's really funny. That's really funny, Renfield. I've had that happen before. I've had other people in chat whose name is like Nick or something, and they're like, yes. So anyway, so Robert, this is just kind of a reminder that you do have support from these dragons today and every day. So if you feel yourself getting overwhelmed, then I would like you to practice doing whatever kind of visualization or picture in your head you want of being put in a protective bubble, or being protected by whatever kind of dragon you want to visualize, so that anytime you feel your emotions or your mentals kind of going all over the place, you can take a minute and check in and ask for some extra support. And this card is also to let you know you have the support of many, many divine and kind beings around you that you can call upon to help you at any time. I know, general. I always kind of think about that when I ask for like a general or specific reading. I'm just like, oh boy, he's probably gonna be like, what? Okay. Let me take a minute here. I'm glad it was helpful. I hope it was helpful. That's really what I do these readings for. I know they're not everyone's cup of tea, but if this is one way I can help other people, you know, have a better time, then that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, Dextrose, I think you are next. I've been sunburned since Friday. I know all about the issues with sunburn. I am one of those people, one of those tieflings that burns way too easily. That's why I don't really go out in the sun a lot. Because I'm like, I'd like to get a tan. And then it's, nope, you just get sunburned. Alrighty. Sounds good. Okay, so I'm going to take a moment, take a couple deep breaths. You all can feel free to take some deep breaths with me if you would like. Oh no, an allergy to aloe vera? Oh no. Well, I'm allergic to quite a few things, so I sort of understand the pain. Alright, I'm gonna separate the two of you. Okay. Oh my goodness. Amanda, thank you for the raid. Welcome in. Welcome in, all my little monsters. How's everybody doing today? Rhea, how are you doing? How is everybody? So many people on YouTube. Welcome in. I hope everyone is doing well. If you would like a reading, let me know and I'll get to you as quickly as I can. I just kind of go in the order they are requested. So right now we're doing a reading for Dextrose. So you got a very interesting card. You got the pure white dragon. Yes, of course, Nicholas. Go ahead. Ask away. Nice, nice, Amanda. That's so cool. Congratulations. Which has tarot cards. That's so cool. I believe one of the earliest tarot card decks was actually based on playing cards. I believe I read that somewhere, that some really, really early forms of the tarot that we know today were actually sort of based around or used regular playing cards. And I actually know some tarot readers who do use playing cards. Would you like a reading for that, Nicholas? What you should do with your life? Would you like some guidance? But first, let's get to Dextrose so that they get their reading. That is true too. So, your dragon is all about being able to take lessons from your life and being able to turn them into wisdom. I know that sounds really simplistic, but let me kind of dive into what I see in this card. So I see that you've had a lot of different kinds of life experiences. This white dragon has wings that almost look like a prism. It almost looks like it's casting prismatic light down from where it's resting. And so I sort of interpret this, or my feeling about this, is that you've had a lot of different experiences in life all across a spectrum. So in that sense, you've gone through a lot of things in your life that when people hear about what you've gone through, they're like, wow, that sounds like you've been through a lot. Like, how did you get through it? How did you manage it? All that kind of stuff. That's my sense. I also sense that you have been going through a bit of a time lately in which you've been really looking at everything that you've been going through recently, and there's been a part of you that's like, why do I keep experiencing all this stuff? That's really cool, General. That's a really cool fact. I think the history of tarot is pretty fascinating in general. So the big messages that I'm getting from this card for you is, with a lot of the things that have been going on around you or in your life recently, this card is basically asking you, instead of being tempted to say, why is this happening to me? Why am I having to go through this? This dragon is here today encouraging you to look at the events that you're experiencing right now as a spectrum. Meaning that even though it doesn't look like it has other layers, this dragon is here to say, what other lessons or what other gifts can we get from that experience so that we can learn from it and grow from it. And it sounds like if you've experienced a loss of a pet, like you mentioned, to me that's very much kind of pointing to there are gifts in that. And it's not to downplay the sadness, it's not to downplay how difficult it is. This dragon is just here to remind you there is always more dimension to every situation. There is always more color and more gradient in our experiences. And so it's just kind of a reminder to give yourself moments to not get stuck on one particular aspect of what you're going through, and to try to change your perspective a little bit and say, what could I possibly be learning from this? Or what can I take from this experience and give out to another person? Because I also sense that you have a lot of, not to sound like a meme, but it seems to me that you have a lot of wisdom and experience that you don't often give yourself permission to share with other people. So I'm also going to read that this card is an invitation, a little bit of a encouragement to share about your experiences, not just for people's benefit, but to give yourself time to express to the people around you who are supportive, so that you're not holding your experiences in. I see that as well. So I see not only have you been withholding like the wisdom of your experiences, but I also sense that there's a little bit of emotional congestion in a way that sometimes you're not very forthcoming with your feelings. So this card also just gives you an invitation to open up a little bit more where and with whom it is safe to do so. I hope that was helpful. Welcome in, bird. I forgot whether I said welcome to you before or not, but I hope you're doing well. Alright, Nicholas. I think you're going to be next. And then anyone else who wants a reading can go after that. Not a problem. So Nicholas, have you ever had a tarot or an intuitive reading before? It's not because I'm gonna do anything weird or anything, I'm just curious. I just always like to know whether people have like experienced it before or not. And I can definitely do a reading for guidance, for kind of maybe what you might be called to do in your life. So, as I'm sure you know, tarot often provides you with ways to go about things, but it doesn't always tell you the exact way to go. So I always tell people who get a reading from me to take what resonates and to take that advice that gives you a little nudge. And if something doesn't resonate, to know that you don't have to take that on at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a few deep breaths. I'm trying to remember to do that in between readings. So we'll do Nicholas, then we'll do Grimlock, and then whoever wants to go after. Okay, so this is interesting. So you have a main card that I drew for you, and then there is a backup card. So we're gonna look at the backup card. I would actually have to refresh my memory on some of that history, but if I were to do that, I could definitely cover it on stream. But basically, it's one of many, many, many tools, including using animal bones to do fortune telling. And there are a lot of ways that people say that the tarot we know today came into existence. And it would be interesting for me to research that again and refresh my memory on that, because it's been several years since I actually researched that. Okay. All right. Okay, so Nicholas, this first card, this first dragon that came up for you is the crystal yellow dragon. For me, I'm immediately hearing like the energy of will, the stomach, solar plexus chakra area. So, have you been thinking about going back to school or changing career paths? Have you been considering doing that? Because I'm getting really strongly from this card that you've been feeling you need to make a change. You've been feeling it in your gut that you need something more than you currently have. And I also feel like you've been hesitating I feel like you've been hesitating because of that energy in your stomach as well. Like, there's a part of you that says, I feel like I need to make a change, and I feel like I might like to pursue something else, but I also feel like there's a part of you that is uncertain. So if you have been considering a new course of study or picking up some new skills, welcome in, Myra. Welcome in, dear. How are you doing? I mean, tarot has a really funny way of giving you an inside view on some things, but it also kind of depends on the person you're reading for and also how open they are to what you have to say. Yes, of course you can. I will get to you. There are 2 people in front of you, so I will get to you after I'm done with them, okay? So if you can be patient, I will definitely get to you. So I'm also going to take a look at your your follow-up card. This was not on purpose here. Your follow-up card is actually a really nice one. So your next dragon is the Earth and Water Dragon. And this card is all about being able to build new foundations and being able to decide where you want the water in your life to go. And I'm going to label the water as like your interests, your energy, your passion. And the earth is new possible careers, new possible ways to use your spirit, use the water, use the movement in your life. So the guidance I'm getting for you is, I think you already know what kinds of things interest you. You've already been getting some inklings about what you'd like to do, but you've had some fear and some reservation holding you back. I sense that it's been a bit overwhelming, like the thing that you want to get better at or the thing that you want to put more time into. I get the sense that you've been thinking to yourself, well, I'd really like to do that, but it's going to take a lot of time and effort. And the answer is yes, it will. But the Earth and Water Dragon basically is coming up behind that card and saying, but it will be worth the effort, because right now you're sort of in a desert right now. There's not the same stable foundation that there once was. Your kind of motivation has been feeling a little bit dried up. So I'm getting the sense that if you just take it one little piece at a time, and instead of shutting yourself down and saying, oh, I couldn't do that, it might be too much work, too much energy. Instead of doing that, just take it one little piece at a time and make a game out of it and say, okay, if I really committed to doing this, what is the smallest, least scary step that I could take to put myself on this path? that I know deep in my gut, I know I want to follow. I don't know if that resonates with you. I hope it is useful. And I hope it at least gives you some peace of mind, or at least feeling like you're not in this current situation of trying to figure things out. You're not alone. And for everybody on YouTube, if you are liking the stream so far, if you could give that like button a little press, that would really help me out. Make sure that people who want to see the video will get to see it. Alright. Grimlock was next, and then Mira was next. Good. I'm glad. I hope that will give you some strength and some courage in making some next moves in your life. Okay, I'm gonna take another few deep breaths. Again, we'll do Grimlock and then Mira. Myra, sorry, brain. Myra, we'll do Myra after Grimlock, and then we'll do whoever else wants to go next. See, even my brain gets a little woo-woo doing these after a while. Apologies. Grimlock, did you say whether you wanted a general reading, or did you say you wanted something specific? Alrighty, can do. Alrighty. We've got a dragon for you. It is the Silver Lunar Dragon. Okay. So there is a lot of feminine energy that I'm getting from this card. So the first thing that I want to say is I feel like, I don't know whether it's your mother or a grandmother, but I feel like you have some very strong female presences in your life that are very protective of you. I also feel like these are some people that you also look up to. Welcome in. Welcome in. Good to see you, Condor. How are you doing today? Okay. So, Myra, you will be next right after this. So, not only am I getting a lot of female energy from that, I'm also getting that nurturing yourself and giving time to meet your own needs is central to this card for you. I get the sense that you have been going through the last couple of weeks, maybe even longer than that, kind of putting yourself last. That all these things come first. What everyone else needs comes first. And that's very kind and very nurturing for you to do so. But this card is also a reminder for you that you also need to give a little bit of love and nurturing to yourself. You have a big heart, but it's not endless. So this card is a reminder. Yes, this is the place, Rick. Welcome in. This is the place for that. So this card is just a gentle reminder. Give some TLC to yourself. I am sensing that you've been feeling a bit drained lately. So this card is saying if you can take some time within the next couple of days to prioritize yourself a little bit more, take a little bit of a break, I think that will be beneficial to you. I get the sense that you've been feeling very stretched thin. So I think that will help. Also, I'm getting the sense that it might be good for you to get a little bit of fresh air at night. So I don't know if you've been having the windows closed for a long time or haven't been able to go out and enjoy fresh air, but this card is also kind of nudging you to maybe take a little bit of time, get a literal breather. Get some fresh air in. All right. Myra, it's your turn. So what I will usually do is if people have something specific that they want a reading on, I will have them keep that in mind while I'm drawing a card and to let me know when they're ready for me to draw. I will also usually draw one card. So I'm gonna take a deep breath. And then we are going to draw and see. Okay. So, the card I drew for you is an interesting card. This one is the Aquamarine Dragon. So for me, I definitely associate this with water. And a lot of emotionality around the situation with Nelson. I can see that you have a lot of feelings toward him. I can see that there's a lot of, the both of you have a lot of expressiveness at times. I'm not sure if this card will tell me exactly when he will call back, but I'm sensing from this that it might be a while. It seems like he might be going through a lot of his own things. I'm trying to find a good way to put it. Like, he's thinking about a lot of different stuff right now. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but I get the sense that he's preoccupied. He's thinking about a lot of things. And I get that this is going on with you as well. I sense that you have a lot of feelings toward him personally, and you have a lot of feelings that you've put into that relationship. I get the sense that he will call when he has sorted this stuff out. I'm not sure if he even knows, but I get the sense that he's got so much on his mind right now. It might be a whole week, maybe, before you hear from him. But if you have any feeling that you're concerned for him and it keeps feeling that way, if you can reach out to him to check on him after a week or so, if he hasn't called you, that might be wise. Yes, the queue is open. The queue is open, Condor. I believe if you requested one, you would be next. I also sense that Nelson is, because the dragon in this drawing is kind of holding up a trident, like an underwater spear. I get the sense that Nelson can sometimes get defensive, or he can get a little bit standoffish where he doesn't communicate all the time right away. So I also feel like he might just may need some time. It's hard to say, really. From the energy of this card, I feel like there's a lot of I think that's what he's thinking about right now. If I were to look into the card with this, is I would say there seems to be something that he's going back and forth about. There's things that he needs to figure out for himself, if that makes sense. I don't see this as necessarily bad, but I think it's natural for someone in a relationship to want to make sure they understand their feelings. I sense that there are a lot of things mentally he's trying to sort out. I'm not necessarily sensing sickness, but remember, a tarot card reading should not be taken for medical advice, right? So always use your discretion when deciding what to do. I would definitely say he's going through a lot of different emotions right now. So he may need some space, and he might also welcome you checking up on him, but in a very calm way. Because I feel like there are a lot of emotions in this situation that, if not handled carefully, are gonna get out of control, kind of like the waters in the ocean. Welcome in, Bint. How are you? How are you doing today? Just doing some tarot readings. I don't know if that was helpful or not, but I sense that if he hasn't contacted you in a while, it may just mean that he is trying to sort himself out and he may need some time. However, if you start getting the feeling that some of this is out of the ordinary for him, then I would certainly think about finding some gentle ways to check back in with him, Myra. So if you would like a reading, Bint, I do have a queue. I have one person before you. Okay, Condor, you're next. I sense that he will when he's ready. When he has done all the thinking and sorting out that he needs to do. I can't tell you when exactly, but I sense that he will when he's ready. And I sense that he also needs to know from you that when he does reach out, that you are a safe person to call when he feels ready. Okay, so when he does call, do your best to be a soft, calm place. Okay, I will read for you next, Vint. I have one person in front of you. Okay, Condor, all you need to do is have said that you want a reading and you're in the queue. So you're up next. Now in time for... Yeah, no problem. Myra, I hope it was helpful. So the next thing that you need to just tell me is whether you want something a little more general or a little more specific. Now, when it comes to specific things, at least with this particular oracle that I happen to be using today, there are certain specific energies I might be able to pick up on, but you know, it kind of depends on what the message is and how my intuition is deciding to interpret. Good, I'm glad. Okay, great. So I'm going to take another deep breath. Would encourage all my little monsters to do so. Okay, I will keep that in mind, Vint, when I read for you. Let's see what comes up for Condor first. Okay. Okay. Condor, this is a very interesting card for you. So you got the orange dragon. And this orange dragon is carrying a little lantern in one paw, and in the other paw he has a little burning, it's like a little incense burner in the other hand. And he is seated atop a bridge. And so what I see from this is that you are often a person who shows the way for others. Now, this can be in very small ways, or this can be in very big ways. But this shows me that you are often a literal light to other people when they don't know what to do, where to go. You are often the person in their life, Condor, that shows them, hey, it's going to be okay. We can do this first, and then this, and then this, and it'll all be okay. So I feel like this card is just a reminder that you are a beacon of hope to a lot of people. And also, I get the sense that you are the literal bridge between many different kinds of people in your life. I don't know specifically what this is about, but it feels like you're at the center of many different crossroads. You are someone who knows many different people from many different backgrounds, and you are sort of the joining point. And I get the sense that you have some community leadership skills somewhere. I don't know why that's coming to mind. But I get the sense that your ability to work with many different kinds of people is actually a skill that either has been called on a lot in the past or will be called on more in the future. Especially with some situations where there's been miscommunications, a full-on communication breakdown. I'm seeing you have been instrumental or will be in sort of repairing those bridges that are unstable or that have kind of crumbled between people. And I also see that in the coming weeks you may have many opportunities to function as the bring together person. I don't know what it is, but I keep getting a sense that there's going to be a party or a celebration or some kind of get together. It seems like it's a joyful one. And so it seems like this card is just here to remind you you are a very influential person in your own life, and the amount of people you have touched from all over the place, that's an amazing gift and something you will be called on to use more and more in the future. All right, Bint, you're up next. I don't know what exactly my cards are going to say in relation to your situation. Okay. All right. Oh, I see. Okay. All right, so let's make sure. Okay. Okay. So the dragon that I got is the soul dragon, and it's all about kind of what happens in a person's soul. So what I'm seeing from this is, yes, I do sense that he does feel regret. Now here's the thing. In his spirit, he feels the regret. He knows that he made a mistake. But I don't know whether he will change his behavior right away. What I do know is that he recognizes in his spirit that he did something wrong. Whether he will apologize to you, it may take some time. Because I feel like he has some things that would get in the way of him apologizing right away. But yes, I do sense that he does have, he knows what he did. It's just, will his human self get to a point of apologizing sooner or later is the question. Welcome in, Ray. Nicholas, if you want another reading, typically what I do is I limit people to one reading per stream. So, if I do tarot tomorrow, Nicholas, I can put you on my list for tomorrow. Just so that I can make sure, that I get to everybody. Here's what I'm sensing. Yes, he loves you. He has a part of himself that does not feel worthy of you. If that makes sense. So, I sense that he admires you on some level. But he also knows he's not worthy of you right now. So, my advice would be, let a couple of weeks pass. See if you can talk to him gently. Have another person there if you need. Talk to him gently. Yes. So that's what I'm hearing in this card. He doesn't feel worthy. Because he knows that he should act better than what he was doing. So I would say give it a couple of days and then see if he would be willing to talk. Do so with gentle kindness and see if he will listen. If he is not willing to talk, then we might have a situation. Okay. So if they're getting to that point, then I would suggest that some firm boundaries are placed and that you let him know what you are or are not okay with. And if you haven't let anyone else know what's going on, anyone else who can support you, I think it'd be important to let them know what's gone on. Now, I understand there are probably other things kind of complicating the situation between you and him, and no doubt your families. But I think if things are getting to a place where you feel like they are toxic, I think you should get some other people who support you involved so that the situation is peaceful and safe for you and for him. Okay. Be well, dear. And also, if things continue to escalate, then don't go through this by yourself. Good to see you, Ray. How are you doing, dear? I hope you are well. I have a family member who lives in France now, actually. She just moved there at the end of last year. It's pretty cool, actually. Sorry, I know I kind of was going on with the reading there for a little bit. Thank you for your patience. No problem. My pleasure. My pleasure. All right. I'm going to take a little bit of a break between readings because we've done quite a few of them back to back, which is fine. I'm just going to take a little bit of a breather. Who else wants a reading today that has not already had one? And if there happens to be no one else for today, we will go into ASMR mode for a little while. So that means I will probably stop this stream if there are no more readings that want to get done. I may stop stream, change categories. Possibly. Or I might just go raid my friend, Nexus. Reaper, did you want a reading, dear? Welcome back, Bird. Did you want a reading, Bird? All right, very cool. All right, we will do Reaper, then Bird. And then, so Nicholas, I will put you on deck for tomorrow, since you already had one reading today. Is that okay with you? Just so I can make sure to get to readings for people who have not had one yet today. Okay, I'm going to... Okay, that would work great for me, Nicholas. Thank you so much. Alright. So, Reaper, do you want general guidance or do you want something specific today? Alright, general it is for you. And then, Bird, if you want to tell me what you would like ahead of time, then I can make sure to keep that in mind for you as well. That might be you. That also might be you. Well, I mean, you don't have to type it up for me, Bird. Just let me know. Let me know if you want more general or more specific. Okay, which of these cards is more for Reaper? Is it you? Is it you? I think we're gonna go with you because you keep screaming at me here. Okay. Alright, so Reaper, the dragon you got today is the white gold dragon. So we have a very luminous dragon in sort of a cosmic background. And they look as though almost like they have two tails, almost. And they have sort of a very interesting reindeer horn pattern. Okay, so for you, for this card, the one word I'm getting for you for this is purification. I'm getting the sense that you've had a lot of, different stuff floating around you, a lot of energy that's not yours, a lot of different chemicals. I get the sense that you've been eating a bit rough lately. So this card is really about trying to detoxify your environment, your body, and to really kind of manage what's on your mind as much as possible. Because I sense that there's been a lot of stuff running around in your head. So I'm sensing with this dragon that it's here to help kind of calm you down, and also here to help with your detoxification process. That this dragon is basically saying you need to clear your energy more often, you need to clear your space, and really watch what you put in your body. And watch what you let into your mind. I'm kind of also getting this in the context of what I read for you last week, which had to do about manifestation and creating something new for yourself. This detoxifying process is an important part of that. It's to make sure that your mental body and your physical body can function optimally in order to create some new and better circumstances for yourself. And this is also, this card is saying to also share your wisdom more. You share it often with me, but this dragon is also saying there are a lot of people, whether they know it or not, that can benefit from your ways of looking at the world. But that part of this detox process is also being able to choose more deliberately where you spend your energy and where you give your wisdom to. And that's kind of what this card is kind of getting at. I get the sense that wisdom would make you a bit of an outsider. And yeah, that there would be some trouble that comes with it. But there's also potential gifts in that wisdom. And so this card is also asking you to use some of that wisdom on yourself as you're going through this detox process, to say, okay, if I tapped into my inner knowingness, my beingness, how would I choose to navigate this situation? How would I choose to readjust myself or my life in the best possible way that I can? And in this card, you have what looked to me like a couple of guiding stars, right? So you kind of have a couple of north stars in this card. So for me, this is also going to be about you choosing which bright star to follow first on this quest to build more for yourself. Well, Bird, it seems like the spirits have something to say to you today if they're making their presence known like that. And it sounds like I need to get to doing a reading on that so that they can okay. So Bird, your question was about your dad after he passed. Let's see. Let me go back and read what you wrote to me so that I get this correct. Okay. So I'm going to take a few deep breaths. Not a problem, Reaper. Okay. Looking for Bird here. So, bird, your dragon is the golden solar dragon. Now, what I get from this card, since you did mention your dad, I'm gonna say I do feel a lot of masculine, sort of fatherly energy in this card. There sometimes is a lot of that with like sun cards. But what I want to say here is that clearly, I don't even think I need to tell you this. Clearly, your dad, he may not be in physical form anymore. But he hasn't left you. He's around you every day. I get he was very protective of you in life, and he's very protective of you on the other side. He basically, it's really funny. He has this attitude, like him being on the other side is, as he puts it, a minor inconvenience. Basically, like, it doesn't matter to him that he passed on. He's stubborn. He's like, I'm gonna still be a dad to that one. It doesn't matter if I'm on the other side. Damn it, I'm still gonna be there for my son. So I just read this card as confirmation. Yes, your dad is there. He's stubborn. He is still very protective of you. You are still his baby. And so you're gonna probably feel him around a lot. I'm gonna say, so long as you keep your energy open to him, he will stay around. In fact, I sense that he's very happy that you've noticed that he hasn't left you. He seems very pleased by that. And I'm getting the sense that he wouldn't mind for you to keep talking to him, because I get the sense from this card that you've been having some conversations with him, or you've been acknowledging him when it happens. So he's just letting me know that he wants to have even more conversations with you, and that he'll give you guidance when you need it. That his energy should feel the exact same to you as it did when he was alive. And he says that that's how you'll know that he's communicating with you. If for some reason you don't see him, you will know him by feel. And he says if you're ever confused or you ever need help, he said just ask him. So he's letting you know, bird. He's letting you know. He may have passed on, but he is still a part of your everyday life, literally. So you still have your dad supporting you. And he loves you. And I get the sense that he wishes he could have been able to be with you in physical form for longer than he was able to. But that he basically says, I wasn't done yet, I'm not done yet, I'm gonna still do my duty by my son. He's a very stubborn old dragon, and we love that. We love that. my little monsters. Well, I think that is where I swear. I can talk. I swear I can. Okay, that is where we're probably going to end today's tarot stream because we had a lot of readings and I'm starting to feel my energy kind of waning a little bit. So I think this is where we're going to call the tarot reading part for the day. If you would like a reading, I do plan on doing a little bit of tarot tomorrow. Since I already have one person who made a request. What do I need? Time for tea? I got some iced tea right here. It's gotta be iced. It is too dang hot outside. I can feel what he feels like now. He feels very stubborn, very warm, very safe, very comforting. He feels like a no-nonsense kind of guy. I think I would have really liked him if I got to meet him in the flesh. He seems like a really sweet guy. Alright, everybody. Well, since I do want to be able to go raid my friend, I think that's where we're going to kind of bookmark the readings for now. I'm going to invite you all to do a little bit of meditation with me for a few minutes. I saw another tarot streamer do this and I really enjoyed being able to come into the stream and meditate. So I think that's what we will do for the end part of this for today. And the good news is, Bird, he has plenty of time. He's not constrained by a physical body, so he has plenty of time to make sure he's there to support you. That's the good news. Alright, so let's just take a few minutes. Alright, all you little monsters. Let's take a deep breath. 3 of them, and exhale. Yes, I get that too, Reaper. I definitely get that he's at peace. He definitely wants you to keep being yourself, keep moving forward, keep living your life. And in case he didn't tell you recently, Bird, he's very proud of you. He says this world had a lot of pre-expectations for who you were, what you could do, and you blew them all out of the water, son. Is what I hear from him. Welcome in, Dragon Wolfin. Welcome in, dear. We are just about ready to end stream for today. But it's really good to see you. Welcome back. I will say I do plan on doing a bit more tarot tomorrow. So, Dragon Wolfen, if you want to get a reading, I will put you on the list for tomorrow, if you would like. And then whether you're here or not, I'll do a reading. Probably around the same time, so at 3:30 Pacific time. I have no idea what time that is for you. Oh, of course, Bird. Yeah, that's fine. I just try to keep it to one reading for per one person per day. Okay, so you're on my same time zone. So I will be planning to do this around 3:30ish tomorrow. For people who wanted either another reading or who want a reading that didn't get one today, so I will be doing it a bit tomorrow as well. Runia, would you like a reading tomorrow, or are you good? I'm overjoyed that people enjoy this as much as they do. We're ending soon, mostly just so I can make sure to say hi to my friend before he stops his stream, and also because I'm feeling a little bit woo-woo in the head right now, which typically happens after I do a lot of readings. I just kind of get like, woo. Okay, so on the list for tomorrow, we have a couple people already. Runia and Dragon Wolfen and Bird and a couple others. So we will be doing more readings tomorrow. So please join me at around 3:30 Pacific time if you can. Since you are on my list, I will do a reading for you anyway. Even if you are not here, I will read for you. And then you can check out the recording on YouTube for your reading. Alright, my little monsters, it is time for me to get ready to raid out to my friends, so I will see all you little monsters tomorrow for a little bit more tarot and maybe some ASMR afterwards. Wrong button. Alright, everybody. See you next time.